Have you ever felt like there was a point in your life that you just didn't know what to do? You didn't know if you were going to get out of it. You didn't know if that was going to be what your life was going to be. Like, that was it. And it's not because, like, you were lazy or you didn't care. You just weren't getting the results that you wanted and you felt like you've tried everything. That was literally me 2 months ago, and not even until 2 days ago, I really saw a clear path on how I could get what I wanted. And it's not like I haven't got a lot of the things that I wanted, it just didn't hit right. You know what I mean? I didn't feel success or fulfilled. Even though I got some of the stuff, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. I'm glad that you guys are following me and tuning into my videos. I love hearing your feedback. I was in so deep. I was in so deep emotionally, financially, career-wise. There were so many things that weren't working out for me. There was always a roadblock somehow where I'm like, what is going on? I felt like God and I were not connected. Like I was just on a totally different realm or dimension that God couldn't reach me, or if he was punishing me. Like I was always just like an arm's length away from everything that I wanted, and I just could not embrace not having the things that I wanted. I was also coming out of a long-term relationship that was rocky, to say the least. So I didn't have a spiritual connection to God. I felt like I didn't have the love and acceptance in my heart to be able to let everything fully come into my life. So I was in this stage of stagnation, and I didn't think that I could get out of it because I thought that I was doing everything that I could. And during this time, I was waiting for one big moment, one big thing to finally connect everything together. I was waiting for the perfect job, the money, the boyfriend, the friends, the connections, everything that makes a great, fulfilling life. But even if I had all those things, I never felt truly connected. Like there was something missing. Like that big moment was going to fix everything in my life. Even though I did what everyone said to do, build in small steps, get 1% better, do all of that, blah, 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 I did it. But the thing is, I had to find what worked best for me in my particular circumstances. So it wasn't one big aha moment. It wasn't, oh, I magically got better. It was those little steps. Like I had to figure out how to make everything cohesive, to make everything kind of work together as a team. I was so disconnected. I had to stop waiting for the feeling. I had to stop waiting for things to just feel cohesive on its own. I had to be proactive in my life in every way that I could. Like I had to be proactive sometimes and then rest. But how do you find that rhythm? It's not even like having a concrete routine like it is, but you have to be realistic and find your rhythm in your day-to-day so you can start building momentum. You can start building this life that you've always wanted, because you're going to find things about yourself that you're like, well, that's going to take forever to get over. That's going to take me a long time to understand, or that's going to take me for a long time to implement into my life. These are parts of the puzzle that you're just trying to put together. It's always like that weird last piece. Like you're going to wake up not excited. You're going to go to the gym and not be excited to be there or want to be there. You're not going to want to wake up every day and go to work with a giant smile on your face and thinking everything is just melancholy and great. And you're not going to look at your bank account and be like, oh my God, I have $1 million overnight. You have to start building the evidence over time to show yourself that you're capable of having the life that you want, because God's not just going to give you this life and expect you to handle it, because you're going to slip. You're going to slip up. You're not going to be able to keep up a life that just is not yours. But here's the catch. Your life can look different. When I look back at my life, it makes so much sense why it took me so long to get to where I was going. Hindsight is 2020. If you knew what you knew now back then, you wouldn't have gone on this journey. You wouldn't have gone through all the things that you needed to be who you are. Don't get me wrong, when it ended, I felt relief, but it's because I never gave up on myself. I knew I was worth saving, and I knew that there was an ending for me that was going to be maybe not exactly what I wanted, but it was going to be what I needed, and I was not willing to give up, even though I felt like such a failure the whole time. I wish I was easier on myself and gave myself grace. Even if other people around me weren't necessarily supporting me or giving me that grace, I just wish I could have understood the emotional roller coaster of my experiences. Rebuilding your life is not glamorous, it's not easy, it's not for the faint heart. You're going to stumble multiple times. You're going to need to pick yourself up constantly. Failure is part of it. Failure is necessary to become the person that you want to. You have to do it. And during the boring part, sometimes it's literally sitting with your emotion instead of running from it. Or it's looking at your bank account and accepting it for where it's at. And just meeting yourself where you're at in your life. That is where growth takes place, and it's the birthplace of self-love. Instead of running away, you can embrace the pain that you feel and the experience that you're going through to build the life, to get the things, to be that person. And then you have to do that over and over and over again. And if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out your life, you're trying to get to the next level, you're trying to get to the next step, it's okay to feel frustrated, lost, and just like not knowing how to do things. But you can rebuild your life and you can get there. You have to keep trying and you can't give up, and just find a higher power or like a God or whatever feels right to you to lean on during these times. And one day you're going to look back and be so insanely proud of yourself for all the progress that you have made. You might not get to exactly where you want, but you never know. You can surpass where you thought you would be, but you have to give yourself a chance. All right, guys, I love you so much. I'll see you next time.